Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today guys, I'll be checking out this interesting video from Dog in Exile, and it's titled Jack Smith's Cost Biggest Backfire in MSNBC History. You guys, I'm super excited for this. If you're yet to subscribe to this channel, please consider subscribing. Give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And without much ado, let's see what this video is all about.
Jack Smith had the perfect plan. They thought it would all work, that all they had to do is indict Trump, throw him in all these different lawsuits, and the polls would turn. Biden would be saved. Other than that, didn't happen. And this is going to be the greatest backfire in MSNBC history. They think they're going to get a certain answer, and they go out and ask people on the, out in public, and it didn't go the way that they thought it would. Welcome to Doug in Exile. This is where the happy patriots are, because the Democrats, they had a plan and it backfired.
Are they being impacted by this trial? Are they paying close attention? And what impact might a guilty verdict have on their decision to support the former president?
So this is the latest reasoning that we've heard also from The View, where they go, Trump going to court didn't, may not have impacted him. They came out with, remember Fonnie Willis had the mugshot, ended up becoming the most explosive icon, one of the biggest selling T-shirts, in Trump history. Yeah. Well, they said, fine, he has all these indictments, has these court cases, everyone's laughing now, but if he gets indicted, if he's actually found guilty, then they'll all turn on him. That's what all of the polls said, and that's what The View said. So they went out and asked these people, what do you say?
Do each of you support Donald Trump?
I do.
Yes. Yes for all three of you?
Yes.
Has this trial changed your opinion, even caused you to waver or question that at all?
No, it's actually caused me to support him more.
Yeah, it changed my opinion. It made me support him even more. Yeah. Now imagine, they did not expect that answer. That wasn't the answer that anyone expected. And I listen to Never Trumpers out of Washington, D.C. You guys know I do my homework. All of the opinion goes, well, let's not jump to conclusions, guys. There's Americans that just flat out, they will not support a felon, or if Trump's in jail or whatever. That's changing, because Trump ended up winning that marketing strategy, winning over a public opinion. People only don't want to support a felon if they think he's a legit felon.
Yeah.
But the people's opinion now is starting to come home and go, no, he's not a legit felon. This is government overreach. And people fear a corrupt, evil, totalitarian government more than they fear, say, a jerk like Trump. Which one is scarier to you? Trump is not scary. The government is scary.
Exactly.
I just don't believe there's a coincidence that we have a trial happening in Atlanta. We have one happening in New York. So the question people are beginning to ask themselves, like I did, is like, why now?
Common sense. Democrats didn't think people would ever put it together that these 5 court cases come after Trump decides to run, and logic just puts it together. What do all 5 of these have in common? The timing. It's not hard. And your human mind, that's just logic filling in a gap going, what's missing? Now, the Democrats thought they could pull off saying, all 5 came because he just happened to be guilty of all 5 at once. The problem is some of these cases, and Stormy Daniels reach back to 2008. Many of these charges of what Trump did or didn't do on his property values, on E. Jean Carroll, goes back to an assault somewhere in the 90s, which she can't even remember. So people can't remember dates. They're all old. The one thing that wraps them all up in common is they all came to a head after he announced he ran for president, and the people are smart. They're figuring it out.
It's pretty much everybody says they're picking on him.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? Everything that is happening to Donald Trump, all of the indictment, is a political agenda in order to frustrate Trump's re-election into the presidency, because everything that happened, most of them didn't happen today. But as soon as Trump announced that he's running for presidency, everything came to blow up. And the question that begs for an answer in this situation is, why is everything happening at the same time? Why all of the indictment here and there? Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. I'm glad that people are beginning to see that there's a foul play that is going on, and they also know that the government is the one doing all of this. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below, and let's wrap this video up, you guys.
You know, people were tired of going after him, and you see it in so many areas.
They're getting tired, see it in so many areas, because remember, these court cases are just the new form of going after him. Remember, they used to always go after him in the media when it was like 92% negative coverage on Trump.
They never covered anything that he did that was positive. Anything had some negative spin on it.
I can't even think of a single positive story that the news has ever even said about Trump. And so again, the people are starting to see through it. They're going, is he really that bad? Or the media has been lying to us. Now you got the counter example of that would be Biden, who really is that bad. And the media comes out and does a complete cover for him, right? They're saying like the border is secure. The economy is doing fine, and people are starting to come around going, you know what? I think I'm being played now.
It's really not a big issue in the party. Actually, they're really making everybody mad, and they look at a big bully, and the government is the bully.
And that's what came out as the government exposed itself as a big bully. Instead of it being they're legit in their cases against Trump, no, they're illegit. And this is exactly the kind of stuff that people fear. Remember, this is the Republican Party. They're supposed to be the tough on crime party. So if Trump is a criminal, then the Republican Party should be extra angry at him, but they're not. They're going, you know, individuals aren't the only criminals in the world. There's all kinds of corrupt governments too.
This is going to be your first time casting a ballot. What is it for you?
But he still hasn't given up. He keeps fighting to do what's right.
And here Trump's tenacity actually comes in his favor, where people keep saying the rhinos kept going like, when's he going to back down? When's he going to go away? Time to go home and go away. And he keeps fighting, and the youth find inspiration in that. And I think that's a good message to them too. Sometimes the whole world is against you, and you keep fighting. That's something Trump taught us.
I've talked to many people who formerly identified as a Democrat. They have changed their political persuasion to independent, and they are looking forward to voting for Trump.
Yeah, and we've been tracking these Democrats all through the weeks also, including in Hollywood. The Democrats are losing their grip on the traditional Democrats, especially among minority males.
Because now they find something in common with a political candidate at that level.
When you say they find commonality, what is that commonality?
They have felt persecuted by the system of American injustice.
And who doesn't feel like at some point they've cut against the justice? By the way, all of us are guilty, probably of a felony at some point, just on how we do our taxes. The government, they've created so many laws now that just by you walking around and existing, you're probably a lawbreaker. So now what are you going to do if they ever call you to task? Like we've seen them selectively choose Trump. They can selectively go after any of us now over any of the trivial laws they've created. They will not go after their own, because you've seen Hunter Biden get a pass. We already know what the parties will do to cover up for their own. And they go after a political opponent. It'd be very easy for you and I to go to jail, given what we've seen happen to Trump.
And it's not a stretch for them to think that Trump may be a victim as well.
Poor Trump, the victim. And I love that too. They went from saying he's a martyr and he's a fake victim to him being a real victim.
People see that there's some kind of commonality between himself and maybe all the black men that have been incarcerated and the families that have been impacted by black male incarceration here.
Democrats made the biggest mistake of their lives in making poor black jailed prisoners and criminals relate to Trump, a billionaire. Imagine that, an elite New York billionaire. And yet the people look at him and go, there's something about that guy that I can relate to. That's pretty amazing. Think of the distance between like Romney and his money and the average person, where he just seems so snobby and white. Trump feels more like the guy in New York that could relate to the guy welding the girder, you know, and the doorman, being kind to the doorman, and not so much the jet set snobby elite. Trump eats Big Macs. He's not going to ever fit in with the cool kids in Hollywood. I'm Doug in exile.
Wow, you guys, what are your thoughts on this video? Everything that is going on with Donald Trump is being manipulated by the government because the government is a big bully and they are hell-bent on bullying Donald Trump. But I'm glad that people are beginning to realize that Donald Trump is not actually the bad guy, and that is why everyone and their grandmother is about to start voting for Donald Trump because the veil has been lifted off their eyes. Let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section down below. It was very, very interesting, and kudos to Dog in Exile for this beautiful video. I really enjoyed every minute of it, and I believe you guys also enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching, give this video a massive thumbs up, comment, share, and all that good stuff. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.